All right. Okay, so this is going to be a test of weather settings. I've tried to plan for. This is a test for the half an hour version of it. So I've been running 10-minute races with a bit of rain, mainly trying to emulate the like a spring shower. So I'm just once we load in, we'll get the settings done. So on custom race, we're going to go in the G40. I was doing a bit of practice for it for Monday anyway. It's going to be at Donington Park. I think Donington Park's going to be in the drive for us, but this is just a test, just to see what it's like. So I've got it set to spring, just to emulate that kind of shower that you get in the spring. We're going to have 2 times on the time progression, 4 weather slots: light cloud, medium cloud, light rain, and light cloud. Just to give that good balance of light and shade on the circuit, because it really helps the live track when it comes to creating like a realistic track environment, because the amount of sunlight and the amount of shadow on the circuit affects how quickly areas dry, along with elevation and camber as well, as well as puddles that are on the side of the circuit can creep onto the racetrack. So I think having a bit of cloud in that allows for those shady spots to come in that really boost the immersion a little bit. It's going to be 40 times weather progression, so rather than it being fit to race with us, we know we're going to get light rain, there's going to be constant short showers throughout the race. I say constant, they won't be constant. 40 times, I think, means that we get rain. We'll find out. Again, this is going to be to test it. When doing 10 minutes, I do it 60 times, and it means that you get rain every few laps because you're doing a 10-minute race, and so you ain't got long to get as much like change in there. So, but we got longer because it's half an hour. So I've dropped it down to 40 times. We'll see what that's going to do essentially. Opponent skill level is going to be a 120. Nice bit of aggression on there. I like them with a bit of aggression, so they're not too tentative. 15 opponents. We're going to start at the back to try and fight our way through the field, through the weather, and yeah, let's get going. I did post on the forum that there's a little bit like you'll see it when we get in the car. The windscreen wipers are massive and really do impede your view when they're down. If you're trying to run a setup so that you've got your wheel true to scale and it's all your field of view setup like I have, just so you for any reference points for you. My field of view, if I remember right, is 64. We can check that now quickly actually. Yeah, 64 on the field of view. I'm using a 49-inch Sony TV. That's the diagonal measurement, and I'm sat about 34 inches away from the screen, which gives a 64 field of view measurement. There's a brilliant app. I'll link it in the forum when I put this post on. It actually helps when it comes to setting up your seat position in the car. There's one that uses Adobe Flash Player on a computer, which gives you a figure. The one I found you can use on your mobile phone as well as on the computer, and it gives you a pictorial representation of what the continued light. It gives you an image of a Bentley Continental GT3 with the driver's head position, the position of the screen, and also gives lines from the driver's eye line outwards for both vertical and horizontal. So the way I use that to help me set up my seating position is that it tells you what you can see of the front end. So I'll probably screenshot what it is for me, and you'll see that you can just about see the offside 3/4. So I forget which side of the car I'm sitting on. You can just about see the offside front corner, when we jump into the circuit track, which we're going to do now, and into the G40, you'll see that's exactly what I've got set up now. The rest of it I just gauge based on the binnacle, because I do it so I can see the same amount of quarter on the front of the car, and then I just fine tune it up and down a little bit as well, so that I get the instrument binnacle sitting nicely within my, I'm using the G27, so I've got a 28 centimeter steering wheel, so I know that the G40 has a little bit bigger. It looks in videos to be about 30, possibly 32, so I have the binnacle a little bit large, so we'll see what that's like. So yeah, starting off light cloud in the sun. It's a sequential gearbox. We're going to bring it forward a little bit for the view. There we go. Right. It's a sequential gearbox. I don't have a sequential shifter, so what I'm doing is using H pattern. I'm doing clutchless upshifts, clutchless downshifts, but with a blip, just to help balance the car out and to save wear on the transmission. I don't know how accurate the wear is for transmission when it comes to sequential shifters, because some like lift off on the upshift, others don't mind a bit of slamming through, and already under pressure. Ooh, car slipping through on the inside. But yeah, I'm just holding the throttle flat through the upshift and then lifting and blipping on the downshift. Ooh, is there a gap there? No, it's not. Oh, he's gone around the outside of the yellow. And he's got the next guy. That was a good run from that black and red one. Contact, then just lift off big corner, come steamrolling through on entry and then lift off big corner. I think this white, black and red one had a bit of slow. I think in a dry this is third gear, that chicane. They're a lot quicker than me through the corners. I'm hoping when the showers do come in, that's when I get a little bit of advantage on them. Ooh, a little bit of contact from White and he backed out. I was going to say his name then, but I've just noticed how long it is in the bottom left hand corner. Yeah, this is going to be a long video. It's going to be the full half an hour, so I'm hoping to keep the racing interesting enough. Yeah, first lot of red shower cutters come in. Let's get the wipers on. Car's already understeering, getting very greasy. Already getting pressure from the back of the field. Because of the low power, it's all about keeping momentum. It's no good braking for the corner and then powering on the exit, because the car just doesn't have that much power. Getting a nice little bit of a slide mid corner then. Track's getting a bit greasy. Left us upshift a little bit too long then. Get the car balanced through the chicane. That's nice, caught up a bit of time there. Try and get down the inside. They're very good. Oh, there's a lot of understeer then. You can't see my wheel, but I was spinning freely then. I'm just aquaplaning. Yeah, the AI are very good through that hairpin. I think it might be best just to sit behind them. I get a good exit on them up here. I'll try to take the inside line into the first corner. The advantage with the field of view is I can see that quarter to know the bit. Oh, he's turned into me. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. I feel like I was there, and he was hanging it wide as well. Oh, a bit of understeer when it hit it. Oh, just downshift. See, we've got the dry lines already started to come in. Rain stopped. You'll see just how much real estate that bottom of the screen the wipers take up when I put them off now. One thing I love about this car is, this game is the immersion when it does come to rain effects and stuff like that. Oh, they've got a massive run on me down the straight. I'm going to try and hold the inside line here. Bit of water build up there on the entry. That might turn into a puddle if we get more rain later on, in which case there'll be a bit of interesting, because that's right on the braking zone, so there'll be a bit of interesting corner entries there. Yeah, one thing I love about this game is the immersion when it comes to rain effects and spray from the other cars. We're 13th. We gained 3 places. Turning a little bit early then. I need to take the apex a little bit later to carry out speed through, because I'm losing so much pace on exit there. Definite dry line appearing now. Wet on the exit of I don't actually know the corner names of Donington. I'm guessing that'll be turn 3. It's the first time I do the commentary while actually driving, so apologies if there's many a long concentration pause. Bit of step out from the rear then. I'll also upload a link to a video that Yorkie did when he got to drive a Ginetta G40 and compared it to the game. Ooh, bit of contact in the rear then. I think that was when Project Cars was out, so the first game, not this one. I'll double check before I post the link, but I'm not sure what difference there is. Force feedback and physics did change quite a bit between the 2 games. Ooh, that was close. There's a puddle right on mid corner on that hairpin. I guess it's the lowest part of the circuit, but really awkward to all of a sudden find the car travelling out even wider. Yeah, we got him on the brakes. Clouds coming in, another little rain showers coming in, I think. A little bit of specular rain, I think. Yeah, I need to sort out that first corner. I'm losing so much time there. Yeah, the rain's definitely coming down. close that gap. Thought about it because he seems to hang it out wide for a little bit longer, but no dice. Again, try and carry the speed through, keep it smooth, keep the car balanced. A little bit too much oversteer then. We snapped on exit a little bit too much. I'm not going to try through here, I just want to see, yeah, there's definitely a puddle forming there, so braking zone's going to be a little bit longer there. The car handles really nicely in the wet. It's 130 brake, 140 brake maybe, so there's not enough power to trouble the rear end on, you know, a lot of the times I'm actually, especially with second gear being so highly geared and there's such a drop to first as well. First is unusable, yeah, it's definitely a pit lane gear, but yeah, with second being such a long gear, it means that actually on most corners you don't do much throttle balancing at all, you're just letting the power come on. Ooh, right on the curb. Oh, we got to 12th as well. Now back down to, oh no! It's a terrible place to brake then. They tried to sneak up my inside and got a bit too much on the curb. He's going to look at me inside? No, he's not going to have that. Shut the door a bit. I'm going to have him though on the next corner. Ooh, maybe even the next one. They got very slow. No. Little bit aggressive that move, but we are up into 10th. It's good going. It's 120 the AI. I feel like they're quite well balanced around Donington. There's a few where they do get a slow exit and a few corners like this hairpin. It's more than likely going to be me just messing it up. Rather than them being you know, unreasonably good, as if it's a balancing issue. Oh, that puddle, the mud spray from the white car in front when he got a bit too much of the inside curb. That looked quite cool, that did. Ooh, avoidance then. Let the black and red car through. They're just so slow on exit on that last corner. Yeah, I'm getting understeer there now. Probably braking a little bit too late. Okay, could have been better. Balance felt nice, but it needed a little bit more. Could have drifted out a little bit wider. That corner is basically just a little dab of brake on entry and let the engine do the rest of the braking for you. Oh, messed up that apex. Definite, yeah, I could feel the aquaplane then a little bit as we went through that wide puddle. I'm getting one engine damage. think I said at the start of it, I'm not sure how they model the shifting when it's a sequential on a stick rather than on paddles. It's spring. I don't think the track's particularly warm, so I'm not assuming that's a radiator issue. The only other thing is that I have had a bit of contact with the front ends of cars. That was nice, although a little bit slow on exit again. A little bit too much oversteer mid-corner. I've had a little bit of contact with the rears of cars, so it could also be a little bit of radiator damage, but it's now only just starting to affect the engine. More rain coming in. I do like that spring weather where you get this sudden aggressive. I don't know why I changed that to second then. Also, I have a very terrible tendency to forget that I'm doing clutchless shifts, and at the moment I'm left foot braking as a result, and like I did then, I keep using the brake as a clutch, which isn't very good for my progress. Yeah, from being up we lost a load of time then. It's wet though, and we have had a few like purely dry laps. Ooh, oversteer. Ooh, a bit wet. Grabbed a bit too much of that inside curve, got a dirty tyre. You hang on the outside, no, trying to cut back. There you go. Ooh, might be a bit of contact. Just braked in time. 12 minutes to go, 13 minutes to go. Give him a bit of room. Lifted off then, let's try and take him around the outside. Oh no, awful, got all sorts of hour shape then. There's a lot of action going on between the two of the cars up ahead as well. I wish like the black and yellow would have attacked me then, like any normal racing drive. Even on 80 they're a little bit, you know, tentative to make up those easy places. Oh, getting squeezed a bit then. Right, let's see if we can get him on the brakes. Yeah, he bailed out a bit. Bit of oversteer. A lovely car to drive though. Really, really nice. Good. Similar to the Formula Fords as well, they're a good step up from the vintage stuff that we normally race. Like a good stepping stone onto, you know, the later GT4 cars and stuff. They've got a bit of downforce, but you know, not a great deal. It's still all about balance, and it's still all about momentum. turn those wipers off now. I'll just spray a bit. Bit of contact it looked up ahead between the white and red car. I think they're getting a bit tangled. The blue and grey one's going to get involved. Question is, are we going to get caught up, or are we going to be able to take advantage, hang it wide possibly? Yeah, we've got the run on him, just got it round. Yeah, I can take the apex, he's far enough behind. Actually, I think I spotted the wrong car then. No, I didn't, it was Pedro. I was right. Leaving that shift long as well, looking at gap boards. Oversteer, try and get the car settled. Oh, good, excellent run. Oh, can I get it stopped? Oh no, that puddled. Oh, caught the back ends and just spun me around. Hang it wide. I'm assuming I'm going to get speed on exit, but I think that was a bit I gave him the room, but he gave up. Just turn in there. That's a bit better, although I'm missing that dry racing line, so I've still not got that nailed. I think I've hit it a couple of times when I'm closely following AI, but I just haven't got the marker in my head. A bit more rain. Looks like we're going to get a bit more rain before the end of the race. Massive run on me behind from number 29. Let's get these wipers on. Constant little corrections through long corners like that, just keeping that car balanced. You know, find where the grip is. Go down to second because it's wet. That puddle across the circuit's really starting to come into play on that braking zone now. I'm assuming the one down here is going to mess up the corner as well. The AI seems to be taking a tighter line than they did at the start. I don't know if that's because the puddle's there or not, or whether that's their normal line. Oh, he's 7th. Try and aim 7 minutes, 7th place. I was going to say see if we get top 5, but if we get runs like that one, then we might end up with a win. Still a tight bunch. I love sun with rain as well. Really brings out the characteristics of the wet track, yeah, and the spray as well. I think John might get some really nice photos with settings like this. Oh, I messed up my braking point royally then. Well, see, that just spoils it, that does, when they brake like that. Perhaps they not do that on the 100 or so. Tyres are a little bit slippy and slidey after the off track. Haven't got any more engine damage. It's balanced out, whatever. Yeah, definitely coming into play that. Really learnt from that braking zone. Easy on the exit. Get the standard run on. Four minutes to go, a couple of laps in it. Oh, that's terrible for me then. I really screwed up that blue car as well. Trying to take the inside at that corner it's a difficult line actually. Have a look. I'll have a look at the grass. Got a massive run on me now. Got the inside line, but they're going to have the inside line on the second one, so I've got to get them fully on the brakes. But then I've got this bloody puddle. Yeah, I can't. Oh god. I think they can brake, but I can't. Two laps in it now. I have not got that corner. More practice needed. Anyway, this is all about the weather really, I guess. A little bit of rain just to finish off the race, a little bit more. The track never gets unmanageably wet. There's always either a wettening racing line or there's always a drying. Like we've still got a dry line there, it's just starting to fade now. There's never a complete lack of grip. And these cars as well, I really like them in the wet, just because they do have that balancing aspect to it, and they don't have the power of it, which makes them a handful. Right, let's try and lengthen the braking zone even longer this time. Oh, God. Well, it worked, but the back end lost went out on me. I'm not even going to try and dive up there. haven't got the run that time. Got him on the brakes though. Can I keep it? Yeah, I've kept it. Time has gone down, so this is the last lap. Touch let him know I'm there. Didn't help me though. I was ideally looking for the inside but couldn't get clear. There's that water. Alright, let's let him go for that. I've got damage. Yeah, so for that reason, I'm kind of not recommending these settings for Donington. But I do think they lead to some interesting races with a bit of constant variety on the visual side of it, and also on the technical and handling aspect. Ooh! Can we get over for the finish line? Oh, come on, it's close! Oh, no. So yeah, that was 30 minutes at Donington. If you watched it all the way through, then props. If you skipped through, then that's what I wholly expect people to do. It's merely so there is a full length race with the settings with these weather settings, just so that sick mainly can see what it looks like and make a judgment as to whether he likes it or not. Hope you enjoyed the racing as well. It's a shame about some of the accidents, but yeah, nabbed a few places on the cool down lap. But I like how you get the wet racing line, you can just see the spray appearing on the Ginetta light where he's just dipping off it. And there was I did a race with these settings in the Lotus 25 at Modern Spa. Crashed and lost the wheel, but landed facing the circuit. So I just sat there watching the cars roll by. And the one thing that really amazed me was that there was a group of 6 cars, and the first car would go through with full spray, and then as each car went through, as it cleared the waterway, the spray decreased. And it's details like that that always surprise me about this game, because you just don't expect, well, I don't expect them to be in it, to be honest. And then the next fun game is, where is my pit box? In the rain with lots of spray. Who's going to wave me in? That's him. Nope, not you. Oh, I've got a feeling it's going to be Mr. Yellow up here. And it was. There we go. Donington in the wet, in a very tight pit lane to finish. What did I come? 8th overall. what the lap times like. I was lapping on pace. There's a few. Andreas Trowell with a 2-minute 1, Mark Dorr with a 2-minute 0.9. I was on a 2:02.1, so okay, when you say it like that, I'm still a second off. But you know, leader was doing 2:02.1s as well, so I was on pace. A few mistakes though would have. Pedro. I was around him a lot, and he's been disqualified. I wonder if that was because of me. So there we go. That was Donington Park with different rain settings. And thanks for watching. Another lovely evening/day. Bye.